as I am ending this video, I am aware that this seems to be quite the chaotic video, so hopefully I can edit it to work, but it does seem to be a bit chaotic, so please bear with me. Hello everyone, I am relatively new to covering my hair. I have been on the hunt and I've been looking and I've been purchasing a number of hijabs from online. I tend to do my research before purchasing anything. Of course, I came across the Veiled Collection $4.99 essential chiffon hijabs, and those really intrigued me. I didn't want to be spending a whole lot of money in order to cover my hair, so I went with that option. I bought a number of them to start out my hijab collection. I was looking for YouTube videos to show the different colors on somebody that is my skin tone. There were a few videos here and there which were very helpful, but I realized that it would be a lot more helpful if more people were to do videos like that to help other people make more informed purchases in order to see like what different colors would look like on somebody that is similar skin tone to them. No matter how good marketing is or how good photography is, a lot of times when you are looking at something online, it ends up sometimes not what you expect in person. So hopefully by doing this video, I can help out somebody else. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, just getting my channel started on YouTube, and would really appreciate your subscription, your likes, your comments are wholeheartedly appreciated. They mean a lot to me and help my channel grow. So thanks for watching. We'll get into the hijabs now. Okay, a little bit about my experience with Veiled Collection. I've ordered from them twice at this point. I purchased 4 hijabs in my first order and 3 hijabs in my second order. One of the pros that they have is that their essential chiffon hijab collection is usually $9.99, but they do sales quite frequently and it brings it down to $4.99. So that's when I liked to stock up on the hijabs. I definitely suggest taking advantage of those sales, and they do have shipping over $49 in the US and Canada. I did have to try to get to that shipping level, which is easy if you're purchasing clothes from them, but when you're just purchasing the $4.99 hijabs, then you end up having to get a lot. Like I said, I have a total of 7 of their hijabs. They're all like neutrals. When it comes to hijabs, I am preferring neutral hijabs rather than colorful hijabs. It could be just a phase, but I just tend to have been somebody that wears more neutral things for the past number of years now. I have a light to medium skin tone, I would say, and a neutral to cool undertone, and I feel like knowing that is important in order to see what would flatter you most. I tend to go towards more of the pinky neutrals and not too warm, but I think have a couple of warm options. And this is the first order. I got these 4 hijabs, and honestly, like the reason that I have them set up like this and not in color order is because I placed the order for this, and then after they came, I bought some hijab magnets off of Amazon, and they came in. I didn't really pay attention, I guess, to which colors they were, but when they came, this is what they are. Ignore the 4 metallic ones at the bottom. I don't really use those, but what a coincidence. There's like a light pink one, a nude one, basically the exact color of this hijab, and a black one. I love it when that stuff happens to me in life. I just wanted to share that the 4 hijabs that I got happened to coordinate exactly with the 4 hijab magnets that I got. But I think I'm gonna put them in order of lightest to darkest now and explain them in that way. I also did want to say that I will link these hijab magnets in the description box. I'm not going to talk too much about them just because I feel like I'll do a separate video on maybe like hijab accessories or the other things that are hijab adjacent, so I'm not going to get into too much detail about those, but I will have them linked down below. This is kind of my collection. I would say that this is like including the one that I'm wearing, lightest to darkest. I started out with these 3 plus this one, and then I wanted to get a couple more lighter tones for the summer. So we shall go into it, and I'll actually wear all of these one by one in order to show the colors. This is the color Bone. This is the closest thing to white that is not a white on their website. So I was looking for an ivory hijab. I feel like white would probably wash me out a little bit too much, so I wanted to get an ivory colored one. This is the closest thing to it. This is the shade Barely Beige. Sorry, this one right here. And I believe this is the shade Natural. One of these hijabs I feel like could be 2 of the pictures that I saw. I'll insert the pictures from their own website so you can see what they look like on the models and what they're advertised as and what they look like on me as well. I'm also not sponsored by Veiled Collection. this is my own thing. I'm not like affiliated with them in any way. So like I said, this was Bone, this was Barely Beige, this is Natural. The one that I'm currently wearing is Sedona Sand. And this is also another reason why I feel it's important to like show these things. So Sedona Sand and Natural look so different online, but in person, they are almost exactly the same color. It's the one that I'm wearing currently, which is Sedona Sand, and this one, which is Natural, I believe. So as you can see, they're extremely similar. There aren't very many situations where one won't go and one will go. I don't think that you would need both of these. Online, like I said, they look a little bit different, so I thought that they would be different in person, but they're really like very similar. I would say that Natural is slightly warmer than Sedona Sand. I would say Sedona Sand has a little bit more of a cool tone to it, and Natural might be a slightly pinker. Okay, this is the shade Maple, and this is the other one that I confused with Natural. So they are very different in person. They're the ones that are closest together on these hangers. They're very different, but the picture online doesn't look exactly like this. This is definitely more nude, warmer, doesn't have as much pink in it, kind of like a medium skin tone color. This is the shade Bestie, and then this is just their black. I actually was just going through my orders to tell you the correct colors, and I realized that I had placed the order for another one, which I just keep separately from my hijabs. That's why I couldn't remember it. This is the, I believe, Emerald Green. Yes, this is Emerald Green, and the reason I have it separate is because I bought this specifically to go with a Daisy outfit of mine. So I just kind of keep it with that outfit. I'm not likely to wear it if I'm not wearing that outfit, so it's not in my regular collection. I will also try that on to show you as well. I will start out with this color that I already have on. This is Sedona Sand. I think that it works really well. It's one of my go-tos, and it goes, I think, well with my skin tone. Like I said, slightly cooler than the Natural shade. My hijabs aren't properly ironed, so please excuse that mistake of mine. Okay, so this is the shade Bone. This is the closest that I could get to white that isn't actually white. So I really like this color, and I've been getting a good amount of use out of it in the summer, just because it is the closest thing I do have to white. I would have to say I would like to see something in between this and white. I wouldn't call this like super off-white exactly. This is definitely more towards the cream tone. So I am looking for a more kind of true ivory, a little bit brighter than this color. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. I was looking on their website, and they do have, I believe, an off-whitish tone in their premium chiffon line. I might have to order that because that is on sale right now for Eid as well. So I will see about that, but in the meantime, if you have any recommendations for a more true kind of ivory color, please let me know in the description. And I do get quite a bit of use out of this. Anytime I don't want to wear just like a nude, then I go for this. This is the color Barely Beige. I think it's in a similar shade range to Natural and Sedona Sand, but it's definitely a lot more neutral, and it doesn't have that pink undertone. So I tend to go for this when I'm wearing an outfit that does not have pink or a pink undertone to it. And you can see this is the difference between Bone and Barely Beige. Clearly, I'm not like setting up these with too much effort. I'm just kind of throwing them on to show you. Ideally, obviously, I would put a little bit more effort into my jobs. This is the shade Natural. This is very similar to the one that I had on at the beginning of the video. Here is Sedona Sand. Like I said, I feel like this throws off slightly more of a warm pink undertone rather than this. Very similar. I don't think that you need both, but I really like this one too. I feel like it goes well with my skin tone. Another thing I wanted to note is that, like, I guess I really can't have any complaints because these are $4.99. Sometimes I notice that the fabric does snag. I can't really find the area right now, but I was noticing that before I put this on, there is a little bit of a snag in the fabric. It's not too big of a deal. I haven't actually had any rips or any tears in these, and I can just kind of stretch out that snag to fix it, just to be aware that I have encountered that issue with like 2 or 3 of my hijabs at this point. But yeah, like I said, this is Natural. Okay, this is the color that I'm going with, Maple. This is definitely a little bit deeper than the ones that I have. Slightly more tan. This just kind of warmer nude will be useful in the fall. So I'll definitely get more use out of it in the fall. Right now in the summer, I tend to gravitate towards the lighter colors anyways. But yeah, this is a really nice basic nude as well. Okay, this next one that I'm wearing is one of their best sellers. It is called Bestie. So it's like this warm pinky nude. It definitely has some brown in there, but it has a lot of pink in it. I really like this shade. I think that I'll get a lot of use out of this in the fall. It's a really pretty shade, and I think that it's flattering. It's almost like wearing a color, but not going too far into like the bright colors. It's definitely still on the neutral side. So I really like this shade as well. One thing I wanted to mention is that so far I've had a really good experience with these hijabs. I don't have that much experience ordering from other brands. I haven't really experimented with other materials. I mostly go for jersey and then these chiffons, but I haven't tried their premium or any luxury chiffons right now. So far I'm just kind of sticking to the essentials, and then as I build my collection I can probably dive deeper into the other materials. So far no complaints with this material. I feel like chiffon hijabs are a little bit hard to stay on compared to like things like jersey, at least for me, and I'm looking forward to getting more materials. I think I'm interested in modal as well, and definitely interested in trying out their like premium and more expensive versions of the chiffons. If you have a different experience than me, I would love to know, and that'd be really helpful for me as well. But in the meantime, I will move on to my second to last hijab. And this is the black hijab. For me, I feel like black right now is kind of more of my comfort color. I try to not go for this option. I feel like this is like the easy option for me, a black hijab. I have been trying to like not use this too much because I know that if I get into the habit of using a black hijab, I probably would only wear a black hijab. I think that's just kind of the beginner hijabi in me talking. I feel like as I branch out and feel more comfortable wearing different styles and different materials and different colors, I feel like I'll probably end up appreciating other colors more. But everyone, I think, needs like a good black hijab, and I mean, this is cutting it for me. Finally, this is the emerald green essential chiffon hijab. Like I said, I bought this to wear with a specific easy outfit of mine. I don't typically wear this color in my wardrobe. It is a gorgeous color. I don't have anything against the color. It's one of my like this dark emerald green kind of forest greens are one of my favorite colors. I haven't worn this outside of wearing it with that, you know, formal suit, but I just wanted to show you in case you are interested in this. This is what the emerald green hijab looks like. Okay, I'm back in the hijab that I started out with. This is the Sedona Sand one. Those are what all of the hijabs that I currently own look like on my skin tone. I hope you found this helpful. Like I said, I myself am new to this, so any suggestions or tips, or if you have any recommendations for other hijabs that I could try, then please let me know in the comments. I am currently on a budget because I am trying to like build my collection from the ground up. So definitely if you have any affordable options, please advise me. And also, yeah, I think based off of the color scheme in this video, I think you can kind of tell which hijabs I would be interested in and which ones I might not be, which colors and which, you know, formats of hijab I would be more interested in. So if you have any suggestions, that would be super helpful. If you liked this video and you can stand my voice, then I would definitely not mind if you subscribed and liked and commented on this video. So thanks for watching. Bye.